Parents, teachers, and students have had a few days to digest the province's back-to-school plan, which was unveiled earlier this week. One parent we spoke with echoes the concern of many others. The safety measures look very similar to last year when schools in the province were shut down twice. So how do you calm your nerves for in-person learning this September? We got some advice from a psychologist.
I was surprised at kind of the lack of clarity.
Burlington mom Lisa Evans is feeling a little nervous with her son Nathan starting grade 1 in the actual classroom this September.
Last year, it was pretty well anything. If you had a runny nose, if you had sneezes, if you had a headache. My son got sent home for a headache last year, and we had to go get a COVID test for a headache. So I'm a little bit surprised at kind of the lack of guidance on that side.
The province's back-to-school report doesn't mention anything vastly different from what was done last year. Children from grades 1 to 12 will have to wear masks inside schools. Those in kindergarten do not, but it is encouraged. The guidelines don't mention vaccines being mandatory for eligible students or teachers, only that they're an important tool to stop the spread of COVID-19. Psychologist Todd Cunningham says he's glad to see remote learning will still be an option, but as the ability for students to go back to school and see their friends and teachers in person is exciting. There are a few things to keep in mind to make the transition smooth.
Kids can all be playing together in the playground without their masks. For some families, they may want to talk with the educators and their children about being more removed from that a bit because of their worries about transmission.
Cunningham says adults will need to be on the lookout for signs that indicate something may be wrong.
It's also really going to fall again onto parents and also to teachers to also be looking for behaviors of individuals who are withdrawing, children who are acting up a lot more because they are feeling very anxious within those environments, and being able to provide more supports to those students.
Cunningham adds he is worried about the potential for kids to go remote if the situation worsens in the province, as it can be a stressful switch when done too quickly. He says it takes kids about a week to adapt to a new learning platform.
Practice those skills of online learning during the in-class learning time so that students know how to continue to use the devices, know the different softwares that we're using, and are comfortable with being able to work more independently.
Evans says while she has some concerns, she is mainly looking forward to her son going back to the actual classroom.
My son, who was in kindergarten, right, he suffered a lot mentally. We sent him to camp for a couple of weeks in the summer, and he actually said, I don't know how to make friends. I'm just really excited for him to be able to go back and have as much of a normal childhood and education as he possibly can.
The psychologist we spoke with recommends teachers read a resource released by School Mental Health Ontario called The First 10 Days and Beyond. It helps teachers transition to the classroom and learn how to look for warning signs that students might display. It can be found on our website at citynews.ca/extras.